Okay, talking about meat eating, there are some cultures, even in India, which they have, like, it's a very intrinsic part of their culture, and they have been eating meat like since time immemorial. So, what do you think? How can that mindset be changed? And, how can they change their habits? Do you think meat alternatives that are coming into the market can help them shift to?
I'm in favor of meat alternatives. Anything that saves the poor animal's life, it's okay. It's lab-grown meat, fine. It's soya chunks, fine. And I think there are some other alternatives also that taste so much like meat. Anything that saves the poor animal from that farm and that knife is welcome. See, dropping meat is not all that difficult. We make that happen every day, right? As far as our organization is concerned, we do not have an exact number, but the guesstimate is tens of thousands of people who would have dropped meat, and a relatively smaller number who would have dropped dairy as well. Let's say 50% of those who have dropped meat. So that happens. And it's not as if people drop it for a while and then go back to it. We know for sure that there are people who dropped it 5 years back and have no inclination at all to revert to meat. So people will drop meat, probably you need to give them a strong enough reason, right? Had we been so mad after meat, we would have dug up corpses, right? And enjoyed their meat as well. Had we been so mad after meat, then the Muslim would have gone after pork and the Hindu would have gone after beef. But we don't do that, right? Once we have a strong reason to not consume meat, we listen. That reason is missing. Somebody needs to have the clarity and the voice and the power to bring that reason to the population. And people will listen, and I believe in the intrinsic goodness of every person. We all behave in very, very pitiable ways. We know that, we see that, oftentimes we behave as if we are absolute monsters. But still the potential to be very, very good remains within all of us. And I have faith in that. So I would not be a cynic and feel that it's Kali Yuga and it's therefore very difficult to evoke compassion inside a person, or that this current generation has gone to dogs and now nobody can rectify them. I don't subscribe to all this. I think if we can talk to them properly with due reasons and get them to act from the right center within, things can change, and things can change quite swiftly.
Last question from my side. How do you think veganism will fare in the coming years? Where do you see it going in the next couple of years? Basically, how will the growth be?
See, there are two different trajectories, and the vegan movement will follow one of them or be situated at some point in the middle of them. The first trajectory is the way it is currently going. It will remain a foreign concept, a thing for the rich, a fad for the elite. That's how the general public takes it, because I'm in touch with the common populations and dealing with people on an everyday basis is what I do. So I know how they look at veganism. So that's one possibility. The other possibility is you ask yourself again and again, what is it that made India vegetarian? And the same forces that made India vegetarian will make India vegan as well. You'll have to respect those forces. You'll have to channelize those forces in your favor. Because veganism is nothing but the logical culmination of vegetarianism. Where does vegetarianism come from? The feeling that I will not kill the animal. I don't want to harm the animal. That same feeling finds its final expression in veganism. When I say killing the animal is very, very bad, but when I'm milking the animal, that too is bad. Not only that, when I'm milking the animal, I'm preparing the grounds for its slaughter. So you will have to extend vegetarianism into veganism. Instead of that, I often find that vegans take vegetarianism as some kind of adversary. They say, no vegetarianism. In fact, it's a very strange thing. I have found, I don't know whether it's a subconscious thing or what, but vegans often take vegetarians as bigger adversaries compared to even meat eaters. You say meat eaters, we can probably talk to them, but vegetarians, they are avoidable. This is a problem, huge problem. I repeat, veganism will have to be taken as the pinnacle of vegetarianism. Vegetarianism is not an enemy. You could say vegetarianism is a work in process and veganism is the final output. When you go to the people and talk in this language and explain the concept like this, then they will understand.
So Indianizing veganism should be the motto.
And spiritualizing.
Right.
It's very important.
Thank you so much.